in an announcement that has sent shockwaves across the globe. Two of Korea's most beloved stars, Eun-Woo and Moon Ga-young, have officially tied the knot, not on screen, but in real life, in a private yet breathtaking ceremony in Seoul. What was once considered a shipper's dream has now become a tangible reality. Fans who watched them fall in love on screen during the unforgettable K-drama True Beauty can now celebrate their love off-screen, as their journey from co-stars to life partners becomes one of the most compelling stories in Hallyu history. But how did this happen? How did two of the brightest, busiest stars in the industry manage to nurture a romance, away from the prying eyes of the public, and bring it to the altar without anyone catching on? This is the inside story of a love that blossomed quietly but burned passionately enough to rewrite their destinies. Their story begins, as many iconic love stories do, under the glaring lights of a production set. In late 2020, when True Beauty was announced, casting Eun-Woo as the mysterious and handsome Lee Soo-ho and Moon Ga-young as the resilient and lovable Lim Juk-young, few could have predicted how powerful their chemistry would be, both on and off-screen. During their first script reading session, viewers noted a subtle tension in the air. At the time, both stars maintained the polite distance expected of professionals, though keen observers noticed the faintest of smiles exchanged between them, as if they already shared an unspoken connection. During their promotional interviews, both spoke highly of each other, Eun-Woo calling Ga-young a professional and thoughtful partner, and Ga-young describing Eun-Woo as charming and dependable. For fans, it seemed like standard fare, nothing unusual, nothing to raise suspicions. And yet, in the quiet moments behind the scenes, the seeds of something real were being planted. As the drama aired, audiences became captivated not just by the storyline, but also by the electric dynamic between the two leads. Of bloopers and behind-the-scenes footage began circulating online, showing the two laughing, whispering jokes between takes, and occasionally stealing glances at one another when they thought the cameras weren't rolling. The internet, of course, did what it always does. Fan forums lit up with speculation. "Look at how he's looking at her." One fan commented on a clip where Eun-Woo held Ga-young's gaze just a moment too long. "That's not acting anymore," another chimed in. Yet despite the growing chorus of shippers, both stars, along with their agencies, maintained a steadfast line: "We're just colleagues. Good friends." When True Beauty wrapped up filming in early 2021, the two went their separate ways publicly. Diving into individual projects, Eun-Woo returned to his duties as a member of Astro, releasing albums and touring. Ga-young took on challenging roles in dramas that showcased her range as an actress. For a while, it seemed the spark fans had detected was nothing more than the remnants of a great working relationship. But whispers began again when, in mid-2022, paparazzi photos surfaced showing what looked like Eun-Woo and Ga-young sitting at a small cafe in Jeju Island. The grainy pictures showed them wearing baseball caps and masks, sitting close together, sharing a quiet meal. Their agencies were quick to dismiss the rumors. "They are simply friends who happen to meet up while on vacation." Nothing more. Fans were divided. Some accepted the explanation, while others were convinced there was more to the story. Over the next year, similar incidents occurred. A blurry photo of what appeared to be Eun-Woo holding a bouquet while walking toward a car Ga-young was seated in. Another sighting of them at an art gallery late in the evening. A fan claiming to have seen them at Incheon Airport boarding the same flight, though no clear pictures emerged. In interviews, when asked about their ideal type or current dating status, both would smile knowingly but avoid giving any definitive answers. Their fans began to call it the longest-running secret romance in K-drama history, half joking, half hopeful. Then came the bombshell. On a quiet morning in March 2025, Eun-Woo uploaded an Instagram post that stopped millions in their tracks. The photo was simple yet profound, a close-up shot of two intertwined hands, his and Ga-young's, both wearing wedding bands. The caption read, "It's official." Moments later, Ga-young posted her own photo, a soft focus shot of a white wedding bouquet with the words, "Forever starts now." Within minutes, hashtags like #Eun-Woo wedding, #Moon Ga-young, and #True Beauty couple began trending worldwide. Media outlets scrambled to confirm the news, and their respective agencies released a joint statement shortly after. "We are delighted to announce that Eun-Woo and Moon Ga-young have decided to spend the rest of their lives together as husband and wife. After years of supporting each other as colleagues, friends, and eventually partners, they have chosen to hold a private ceremony surrounded by close family and friends. We ask for your continued love and support as they embark on this new chapter of their lives." The wedding itself, though private, became the stuff of legend almost immediately. Exclusive details began to leak from those who attended. The ceremony reportedly took place at a luxury hanok-style venue nestled in the hills of Seoul. Known for its breathtaking views and serene atmosphere, guests described it as both elegant and intimate, a perfect reflection of the couple themselves. Moon Ga-young reportedly wore a custom-made gown by a top Korean designer, featuring delicate lace and intricate beadwork that shimmered softly under the warm lights of the venue. Eun-Woo looked dashing in a tailored suit, his signature charm radiating more than ever as he watched his bride walk down the aisle. Friends from both the acting and music worlds were in attendance, including Astro members, actress Park Hyuna, their True Beauty co-star, and even the director of True Beauty, Kim Sang-hyub, who was said to have teared up during the vows. According to one guest, Eun-Woo gave an emotional speech during the reception, thanking Ga-young for seeing me not just as Eun-Woo, but as myself, while Ga-young lovingly responded that he was her best friend, her partner, and now her family. Fans, though not present, celebrated in their own way, flooding social media with tribute videos, fan art, and messages of congratulations. Some posted clips from True Beauty, marveling at how life had imitated art in the most unexpected yet beautiful way. Others joked about how they felt like proud parents watching their favorite couple finally make it official. One tweet that went viral simply said, "We won. We all won." But the love story wasn't without its detractors. As with any high-profile relationship, some corners of the internet voiced skepticism or even disapproval. Die-hard fans expressed heartbreak at the news, claiming it was too soon or questioning whether their relationship could withstand the pressure of public scrutiny. Yet for every negative comment, there were hundreds more celebrating their union, proof of just how deeply embedded they had become in the hearts of millions around the world. In the days that followed, more details about their journey began to surface. According to a source close to the couple, they had been dating quietly since late 2021, just months after True Beauty ended. They kept their relationship low-key, meeting late at night or in secluded locations, confiding only in a small circle of trusted friends and family. During interviews and public appearances, they maintained the facade of mere friendship, though those who knew them well claimed it was impossible to ignore the way they lit up in each other's presence. The source also revealed that they decided to marry not because of pressure, but because they had reached a point where hiding their love felt unnecessary, and even unfair to themselves. Didn't want to keep pretending anymore, the source explained. They realized that whatever backlash came their way, it would never outweigh the happiness they found in each other. It was a decision that undoubtedly took courage, especially in an industry notorious for its scrutiny and relentless expectations. But if their story has shown us anything, it's that real love, the kind that endures long nights, hectic schedules, and the constant glare of public attention, is worth fighting for. As their wedding photos began to circulate, with the couple's consent, fans got their first proper look at the happiest day of their lives. One particularly poignant image showed Eun-Woo, glistening with emotion, gently lifting Ga-young's veil before leaning in for a kiss. Another captured them laughing together on the dance floor, oblivious to the world around them. And in perhaps the most moving photo of all, the two stood hand in hand at the edge of the venue's balcony, gazing out over the city lights, their rings catching the glow of the setting sun. It was a moment frozen in time. Two people who had found each other against the odds, standing side by side as husband and wife. Fans who had followed their journey from the first awkward script reading to the final vows, it felt like the perfect ending, or perhaps, more accurately, the perfect beginning. And yet, as magical as the wedding was, the question remains, what's next for Korea's newest power couple? Will they continue their careers as before? Will they take time off to enjoy married life? Or will they perhaps collaborate again, this time as a real-life married couple on screen? As the world waits for answers, one thing is certain: their love story has already become one of the most iconic narratives in Hollywood.